How's it going, Dave from Comic Book Investments? So in this video, we're going to look at 5 keys that are heating up. One of them I've never even heard of before. I didn't even realize it was a comic book. I kind of know the character because I've seen the character before, but didn't realize the character first came from a comic book. But okay, but it went up 1,200%. That's quite a bit. Before I get in the video, though, if you want to win this book right here, this Spider-Man 300 8.0 for free, all you have to do is enter in on our website, collectorscomics.com. If you go over there, there should be like a pop-up. If you don't see the pop-up, scroll to the very bottom. It'll say a little thing like giveaway. All you have to do is click enter. If you don't have an account, obviously you have to sign up, and we'll take care of the shipping, everything. That's it. That's all you have to do, and you could win this book. We have an auction going on right now. It's our big feature auction we do every quarter. We got a ton of stuff in, like multiple Amazing Fantasy 15s, first appearance of Spider-Man, Hulk 181s, most of the big Silver Age keys, Marvel Silver Age keys, tons of modern books, variants, all sorts of stuff. Go ahead and check it out. It ends next weekend, which will be the 16th through the 18th. So go ahead, bid, check it out. Tell all your friends and family, tell your dog about it. Maybe he's interested or she is interested in bidding. All right, let's get in the video. All right, first we got is Boys Club #1. Literally don't know anything about this comic book other than it's, I think, the first appearance of that frog guy down there. His name, I think, is Pepe the Frog. The only reason I know who he is he's a meme that I see all the time. So, weird. All right, so a 9.2 recently sold for $12.50. The last time it sold was back in January, and it sold for $6.35. That was up 97%. Before that, it sold in 2018 for $100. That says 1,200% basically. So, I mean, it's kind of funny how memes happen. You don't realize it could literally just be anything, some random picture of someone that's just, like those stock photos that someone takes like a picture of, where it's like the guy's like looking back at the girl and the girlfriend's like angry, and it's just like it's like some random stock photo, and then like it's shared all the time. So I guess this little Pepe the Frog first appeared in this comic book Boys Club, and they only made one of it. It was probably just a nothing comic book someone just made, and somehow that got turned into a meme. So this book is very expensive, probably has an extremely low print run, and it's just kind of funny how that happened. Not very many have sold. They're pretty rare. I rarely ever see them, like maybe 1 or 2 sell a year. So I wouldn't even know how you would even go about finding one of these or how they first got sold. It's from like I think like the earlier 2000s, if I'm not mistaken. So it's like over 10 years old, even probably more, probably almost 20 years old. So kind of interesting. All right, next we got Fantastic Four #5, first appearance of Doctor Doom. And a 501 recently sold for $12,200. Back in January, the beginning of the year, it was averaging about 7,800. So that's up 56%. And then in all of 2022, it was averaging about 16,500. So that's down 26%. And then in all of 2021, it was averaging about 12,000. So it was about the same where it's at right now, up like 1%. So Doctor Doom is coming to the MCU. It's played by Robert Downey Jr. I mean, it's all over everything. My friend got mad because I spoiled it. I'm like, what do you mean? Just turn on the internet. And, turn on the internet. This sounds weird. Just go on the internet. And there it is. This is like, anyway, you look up any MCU, anything, any comic book related anything, and it's just going to be plastered everywhere. So I wouldn't say that's a big surprise. Robert Downey Jr. is coming back as Doctor Doom. I told my feelings on it. I find it a little weird. Like, you can't find any other actor. Any other actor. This kind of feels weird. Feels like Iron Man is playing Doctor Doom, but it's a completely different character. So it's not a variant of Tony Stark being Doctor Doom. It's Victor Von Doom. Complete. So I love these memes that people have where, even videos too, where they take Robert Downey Jr. and he's appearing as all the different Avengers, like as like Black Panther, as like Hulk, as Thor. It's just his face, and everyone just basically one actor just playing all roles, kind of like Eddie Murphy and was it The Nutty Professor, basically, or Michael J. Fox in Back to the Future when he played all different versions of himself and his kids. But yeah, so this book we had a couple of them and they instantly sold. As soon as that was announced, this book has been just super hot right now, flying off the shelves. up 56%. That's quite a bit. So it's pretty interesting. All right, next we got Avengers number 25. A 9.4 recently sold for a record price of $2,055. In January, it was averaging $11.40, so that's up 80%. And in 2023, it was averaging about $16.80, so that's up 22%. And then in 2022, it was averaging a little over 1,000, so it's up 100%. So yeah, here's this is a cool cover, personally, I think. And there's no like first appearances or origins or anything like special, other than it's a cool cover. People love this cover. And yeah, so it's just hit a record in 9.4. It's going up across the board. Same with the Phantom 4 number 5. So anything like Doom related is pretty hot. All right, next is we got Secret of the Haunted House number 5. An 8.5 originally sold for $255. In January is selling for $103. That's up 147%. And then in 2023, it was averaging about $169. That's up 51%. And then 2020, because it didn't sell in the other years, it was $100. So that's up on $155. So yeah, this is this book came across my line of sight in what I do, and so I was like, oh, this is interesting. Didn't really know much about it. I saw that it was like going up, and I figured I'd share. A lot of these like old DC like horror covers, like the House of Mysteries, House of Secrets, Ghosts, Weird War Tales, like all those like that kind of stuff. Those DC like late 60s, early 70s horror stuff is actually does pretty well. Obviously, if you have a Bernie Wrightson or a Neil Adams cover, does better. But even not like one of those big artists, it still does pretty well. People really like those horror books. All right, last on the list is we have Iron Man number 1. In a 6.5, it recently sold for $840. In January, it's averaging a 601. That's up 40%. In all 2023, it was averaging about $830. That's up 1%. And then in all 2022, it was averaging $845, so it's about tied. So if you think about it, I think the reason why Iron Man books are popping off is because of Robert Downey Jr. coming back, and that's either igniting people's memory of Iron Man, or it's people thinking that Iron Man is gonna appear, or they're thinking of they're doing like an Iron Man turns into Doctor Doom storyline. I don't know. But this book's been kind of heating up recently, going up. It's nice to see that it's basically back to where it was in 2022, not 2021 levels, but 2022 levels. So will it maintain that? I don't know. I mean, I have a feeling that the MCU is going to have... I don't think Captain America 4 is going to be good. I don't think Thunderbolts is going to be good. I feel like whenever Fantastic Four arrives, that's going to be like the start of the new MCU. So the last, 2 or 3 phases we've been in, this brush under the rug, not been very good. But that's about it. Like I said, if you want to win this book, head over to collectorscomics.com. You just have to enter. We have a big auction going on. And yeah, one more thing. Have a great day.